Wemby has been absolutely insane. He is a certified alien. Let me explain why. Okay, so he catches that ball right here. The pivot foot is that left foot. He takes a quick kind of a pass fake, and Cooper Flagg, being a rookie, is giving him the absolute middle lane to take. That's not a very good thing to be able to do. However, Wemby is very good. Right now, he somehow has his shoulders lower than Cooper Flagg's, and Cooper Flagg is like a 3/4 of a foot shorter than Wemby himself. Maybe even a foot, who knows? But Wemby is able to get lower. He is then able to have the ability to go and get to the rim, and there is absolutely nobody who is going to be able to block that dunk. The footwork that he shows right here is really good as well. He picks up that ball on the left foot, goes right, left, straight to that rim. There's really nothing stopping that. The basketball IQ that he shows right here is absolutely phenomenal, and you need to be able to do this as well. So if you want to become a very good center, as Wemby is, make sure to get the center blueprint. If you want to have high basketball IQ, that is what you need to do. But watch what Wemby does. He takes that shot fake. He gets his man into the air. After he does that, he makes that quick pass over to Dylan Harper, and then he cuts to the rim. When he cuts to the rim, he has his hands up. He has the wide open lane. There is nobody coming over to play any kind of help because nobody wants to get dunked on. And as soon as he catches that ball, he is able to go up for the dunk. Again, nobody is stopping that. He doesn't even have to really jump to be able to go for the dunk. Okay, so here he has it in the high post. He's keeping the ball nice and high. Nobody's going to be able to steal it. He uses a couple of pivots at first to be able to measure out his defender to try and get the angle that he wants to attack the rim. Once he has the angle, he's able to attack the middle with his left hand. Now, he does this attack with only one dribble. The reason being is because you always want to attack the rim between 1 and 2 dribbles. Anything more than 1 or 2, you are going to have it stolen, as we can see right here. If he was to take 2 or 3 dribbles, this guy right here would have absolutely stolen that ball, but Wemby is able to keep it high, goes right, left, into his jump shot. Now, a lot of people online are saying, oh, this is a tough jump shot. That defender did a fantastic job trying to make it as tough as possible. Well, I'm going to show you why this shot right here is not all that tough for pretty much anyone to make who is a right-handed player. This is actually a really smart shot. So he gathers that ball on that left foot right here. Remember, this is the NBA, which means that you are allowed a gather step, just like FIBA. So if you are anywhere in the entire world except for the United States, you're using FIBA, and you also have the gather step. So here he gathers on the left side. He takes 2 steps. He goes right, then he goes left. Now, by going off of his left foot, it is going to allow his right side to be able to get in line with the rim, which then allows that right knee to come up, that allows his shoulder, elbow, and ball to create what I call the shooting triangle, which allows your shot to always go straight to the basket, which is exactly what you want it to do. And this, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest shots that Wemby could probably get because he's going towards his left side, which gets his right side in line. And that is why this shot was able to go in. This next one, nobody is going to be able to stop. You can really only do this when you are super tall. So if you are, let's say, 6 feet tall in grade 6 like I was, you could probably pull this off without the dunk. But right here, cutting down middle, turning all the way around in the air just to get that alley-oop reverse dunk. This is an alien. This is not a human being. And of course, he is going to probably come down to one of the top players of all time when everything is said and done. Even though I am against Anthony Davis's defense, he is a first-team defensive all-star. Now, take that for what it is. He gets absolutely bullied by Victor Wembanyama, and got right to the rim using backboard. Being able to use the backboard is important, especially if you have a little bit of a height advantage or a massive height advantage. Using backboard is very important. These little pivot hooks that we see right here should be in everyone's arsenal if you play any kind of post work. These are very easy shots to be able to make. Just reminded me that I need to teach a lot of players how to do that. The one thing I never really understood against players is this. I'm going to rewind this just a little bit so that we can kind of understand a few things. So right here, Wemby gets this ball. He pivots right towards the rim. He always wants to try and, or at least in most cases, wants to face the rim. That way he's always a threat. That gives him a little bit of a gap between himself and his defender, but that's not what we're talking about in this clip. The fact is if we are defending Wemby, I do not want to go for any shot fakes. You are not going to block this shot anyways. There is zero chances of you blocking a jump shot by Wemby. Zero. I don't care who you are. This right there is stupid. You are not blocking his shot. You are not supposed to be blocking any jump shot as it is. Just make it tough. Make it difficult. You can reach up, but you don't need to leave your feet. Because as soon as you leave your feet, guess who is going to absolutely burn you? The guy that you tried to block on a jump shot. And that's what he did right here. Transition passing is important. And what we can see right here is his ability to cut back to middle. Whenever you are going from the right side to the left side, it is changing the dynamics of the game. Because this was the strong side, because the ball was on the strong side, but now it's transferring across the court. Which means that this guy needs to step up and guard Wemby because there's nobody back here that's technically Wemby's man at this point. But we have another defender here who is also on Wemby with no defender on this side. You could potentially double Wemby right here. However, there's a guy wide open in this corner. Obviously, you don't want any straight line drives from Wemby. I get it. That's probably one of the strategies that they're running so that Wemby doesn't get open fast break dunks. However, going from the right side to the left side now creates this being our strong side. Right here is now our strong side, which means that we need somebody down here to guard this guy, which means that he needs to get down here as fast as humanly possible. We don't need 3 guys to wall up on Wemby. You have 1, 2, and 3 guys who are potential 3-point threats along the 3-point line. These guys can be guarded super easily by somebody closing out from here. This is this man's job to get his butt down here as fast as possible, because guess who's going to be passing over there for the wide open 3-point shot? Yeah, that's Wemby. Remember how I said use the backboard, learn how to use the backboard? This is exactly why. If you can just use the backboard, you can sneak some shots off like that. Anyways, if you want to have higher basketball IQ as a center, make sure to go check out the blueprints that are down in the description below if you want to become a smarter player so that you can play eventually like Wemby himself.